Hello, and welcome back to Mr. Anderson Plays Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, Fi was telling me about a game, when we were going into the AB games, about Columbo questioning a bunch of fruit here. An apple and a banana. Let's get on with the explanation. He visits each cell, tells them both exactly the same thing. It goes something like this. You can both clam up, if that's what you want. We got enough to put you both in the slammer for 2 years if you do. Now, if you flip on your pal over there, tell me everything, I can get your sentence reduced to 1 year. That means your buddy will serve 15, but that ain't your problem, right? Of course, if he decides to spill the beans, it goes the other way. He gets 1 year, and you spend 15 years eating government cheese. You're probably wondering if both of you confess you'll be living in a van down by the river. Well, I can shave off a little time for saving me the trouble, but you'll still do both 10 years. So, punk, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, punk? I gots to know. You gonna give me what I want, or you gonna keep that trap shut? Of course, I told your partner the same thing I just told you. Wonder if you can trust him to keep the cat in the bag. No rush. I'll give you plenty of time to think about it. So, that's the prisoner's dilemma? Yeah. What would you do? Say you were an apple and a banana juice. Well, if my erstwhile criminal associate Banana is going to keep his mouth shut, the best choice for me is to spill the beans. That way I only serve 1 year. But what if he confesses too? Then the smart thing would be for me to do the same. After all, if he cuts the deal and I don't, then I'll spend 15 years in prison. If I confess, I can shave 5 years off of that. Then it would seem like the best choice is always going to be confess. Interesting. But you're forgetting something important. Which is? That Banana will be thinking the same thing. So you'll both confess and you'll both end up serving 10 years. Do you get it? But why? I don't get... I guess... why would you even confess then? But if you both trusted each other, then neither of you would have served more than 2 years. But because you both made the decision based on your own self-interest, you're going to spend 8 more years in prison. In other words, the logical decision leads not only to a less desirable outcome on the group level, but also a pretty shitty situation on the personal level too. You see now? The AB game is the prisoner's dilemma. Yeah, they are pretty much the same thing. If we trust Alice, we can both increase our BP by 2. But if we don't trust each other, in the long run, it won't benefit either of us. Yeah, but this is where it gets interesting. Let's say for a moment all 9 of us are on one team. Who would we be playing against? 0, of course. Right. So we can assume the 9 of us are fighting 0 in the AB game. If you look at it that way, what would we want to do to beat him? Just look at the point totals. Say we all pick ally. What would our totals be? Well, 2 times 9 is 18, so 18 points. Okay, now let's say one of our pairs chooses Betray. The pair who picked Betray will get 3 points each, so in total they'll have 6 points. But the solo they betrayed will have 2 points subtracted, so the total for the game would only be 4 points. The other 2 groups would choose ally for that round, right? Yeah. So for the other teams, you'll get 6 each, which will give you 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 4. Oh, this math is hurting my brains. 16 points total. So what does that tell you? If we consider all 9 of us to be the same team, we need to always choose ally to get the most points. Even if one person chooses Betray, the total points we get goes down. Exactly. In this game, if each individual acts for the benefit of the whole group, everyone benefits. But if everyone starts looking out for themselves, it'll impact the group negatively. And eventually, it'll impact them negatively too. If all of us choose betray, then the group gets 0 points. Ultimately, nobody benefits. Not even the individual. In other words, selfish but logical decisions hurt everyone, and they hurt you. Okay, I think I get it. What you're saying is I should pick ally. No, I mean the opposite. What? If you're going to make the most logical choice here, the only option is betray. What? Why? You just explained why this was a terrible idea. No, I didn't. It's not the prisoner's solution, it's the prisoner's dilemma. Even though there's an outcome where everybody's happy, the choice you'd have to make for that outcome isn't the rational one. You want to pick it, but you can't. A dilemma. If we choose ally and Alice does too, then yes, it'll be great. All 3 of us will get 2 points. That would be ideal, obviously. And it would help everybody. But what if Alice chooses betray? Our BP will go down to 1. Right. And if that happens, we're screwed. So 20 minutes remain until ambidextrous game polling closes. Unless we can be certain that Alice will choose ally, we don't have a choice. We have to choose betray. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to know that for certain. That means we have to make the rational choice. It would be great to make the right choice, but we can't. I don't think so. Let me check something. Yeah. We're gonna make the right choice. Because we're not alphabetic crooks. Hey, did you say we're screwed? If you don't mind telling me, what did you mean by that? I'm guessing something happens if our BP hits 0, right? Yeah, we die. I mean, the way you said it sure makes it seem like something's going to happen. Do you know something? You do know something. What are you hiding? I think Fi knows a lot about this game that we should know. Yeah, there's been something weird about you from the moment we met. I mean, for starters, how'd you know my name? Oh, knock it off. This is getting old. I don't care if it's getting ancient. This is important. I don't know you, but you seem to know me somehow. The only explanation I can think of makes any kind of sense is that you're working with Zero. What about you? What? Are you working with Zero? Me? I think she's jumping in time as well, like me. And that's how she knows who I am. Why would you think that? You're too calm. You wake up trapped in some kind of twisted game and it doesn't even faze you. That hardly seems normal. Oh, come on, I could ask you the same thing. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Maybe you actually do know me. What? Where the hell did that come from? Look, I already told you. I've never seen you before in my life. That's a lie. We've been quantum leaping all over the place. Oh, hey, baby. 0G. Objection. Myrmidos. Was that Myrmidos? It's a bomb! Sigma. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Our time's up. This is it. I've never seen Frozen. Man, I'm getting calls from everybody right now. Well, before it ends, I want to tell you thanks. You know we're about to die, but you still stuck with me. So thank you, Sigma. Oh, that's cheery. Goodbye. That was just my work calling. They probably want to know how I am. Oh. Our hull exploded. That's weird. What? What was that? What's wrong? I saw what? The explosion. Explosion? I think there's a bomb somewhere in this building. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it was on a timer. You and I were trying to stop it, but we couldn't do anything. And Whoa, Sigma. Calm down. Simmer down now. What are you talking about? Ah, what is it now? Diarrhea. It's like a storm raging inside you. My head. It hurts. Yeah, you know, you said it hurt when you first woke up in the AB room, too. It didn't just hurt. It felt like it was going to explode. Are you alright? Man, people need to leave me alone. I think so. Maybe you should rest a little. Yeah, maybe I could just lay my head on your lap. Well, hopefully it's not, smelly or anything. Of course. I shouldn't have worried. It's fine. I spent the rest of the time until the door opened in silence. The AB game was forgotten. I tried to make sense of what I'd seen. Had it been real? In any way? Or was it just a hallucination brought on by stress, or maybe some strange drug they dosed me with while I was out? It had seemed real, though. Was it a premonition? I had to stifle a bark of laughter at the thought. Seeing the future. This wasn't some crappy sci-fi novel. This was real life. Things like that didn't happen. I was just tired. The stress of the Nonary game was probably getting to me more than I thought. I was tired and I was emotional. Hallucination was strange, but really, it was perfectly understandable. But what if I wasn't losing it? What if I was fine? What if it hadn't been an hallucination? I sat there for what felt like hours, my mind running in circles. Maybe it's some weird fantasy that he has. 5 minutes remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. All players enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline is passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. What the hell was that? What, do you need a translator? If you don't vote fast enough, then it'll set your vote to ally. Make sense? Or do I need to use smaller words? Alright, you bitch. So if you plan to pick ally, then you don't even really need to go into the AB room. I guess not. We're already in here, though. So we might as well figure out what we're gonna do. What's it gonna be, Sigma? What's it gonna be, boy? Ally or betray? Why are you even asking? You made it pretty clear that we should choose betray. Oh, I didn't say should. Wow, she is really indecisive. I just said we really didn't have a choice. It's like asking your loved one what they want for dinner. That's the same thing. It's completely different. The former is an active opinion. The latter is just passive information. Yeah, this is a lot like asking what each other wants for dinner. You still want to betray, right? Yeah. Then why did you ask me? She just wants to know what I'm going to do. So we never really finished our conversation from earlier. You said we'd be screwed if our BP dropped to 1. What do you mean by that? Something's going to happen if our BP gets to 0 or something. We die. We die. Yeah, there we go. What? If our BP drops to 0, we die. The needles in our bracelets activate. Are you sure? Yeah. Well, how do you know that? Zero never said anything about it. I don't know. I swear, I don't. I just know somehow. There's just this feeling I've got, like that's what'll happen. Oh, come on. That again? You fed me the same line when I asked you why you knew my name. How can you know all these things when there's no way on Earth? How would I know about the bombs? Or that, Phi would get up all close and ugly on me. Wait, did you see it? What? Did you have some sort of, I don't know, premonition? Was it a deadly premonition? Did you see it, Zach? And the coffee. K. What? What the hell are you talking about? You sounded like a crazy person the first time, too. Then you haven't... Seriously, Sigma, are you okay? I think there's something wrong with you. This was wrong. Phi was supposed to be acting strange, not me. Instead, here she was asking if I was okay. Dude, she's gaslighting you, bruh. She's pulling an Amber Heard on you. But what if it wasn't just her? What if I was losing it too? I groaned. My head felt awful. It was like someone had thrown my brain into a food processor and hit puree. 1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes. Hey, it's almost time. What are you going to pick? If you aren't going to do it, then No, fine. I'll do it. You're going to choose Betray, right? Yeah, don't worry about it. Alright. Take it away. We're not going to hit Betray. 30 seconds remain. I stood in front of the selection screen and took a deep breath. This was it. I ran over my options one last time. There was only one possible choice. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's Ally. Because Betray will lead to the Sigma ending. We can't get to the Sigma ending yet. Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex games now opening. As fine I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said? Yeah, I was, and yeah, I did. Then, well, I want to believe in Alice. That's not really a rational decision. I'm not a rational guy. I know. Yo, what's up? Siggy? Alright, yeah, Fido, yeah. Alright, see if we made the right choice or not. Alright. Looks like you're here finally. Let's get ready to rock. I think we've seen this one. Everyone's alive still. Damn. Betray. I knew it. See, if we just all picked Ally, we'd be better. We'd be better off. Here are the results from your game. Now let us check the numbers on our bracelets. We're down to 1. At least we're not the only one. Hey, Alice. What the hell is this? Excuse me? I just made the rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize the reward in this situation is to pick Betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot. Why? Why did you do it? I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose Ally? Now, I saw a really, small spoiler coming up, and there's a scene that I really want to see. It's very much fan service. Have you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution is for all of us to choose Ally. Oh, really? All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose Betray too, you know. Yes, I know about the prisoner's dilemma, but everyone picking Ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you've just met. And you got some pretty blocky fingers, girl. Well, maybe tender-hearted would be a little bit more appropriate. Headed. Appropriate in this case. What? Oh, well, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you. Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now. God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice and Phi. My hands had balled themselves in the fist, but my throat was tight and my eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dio, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy. Thank you. I'm so happy you chose Ally. No problem. Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick Betray. What? Hey. Mr. Dio told me to pick Betray, so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. Then if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9 BP. Oh. Dio. Is this true? No, that's not what happened at all. Kidding. I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that. It was a joke. Yeah, man, you really had me going there. Hehehe. I really surprised you, huh? So you really were planning to choose Ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio? Yeah, exactly. I think Dio, wanted to pick Ally and Quark wanted to betray. I understand. I guess I haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh? I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it. It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kay, Clover, and Tamayuji. Although, whatever it was, seemed to have resolved itself amicably. Amicably. Zero, when does the next round start? What makes you... Oh, yeah, we've seen this one already. Yeah. I really wish they allowed us to skip all this. Well, we can, but... we're probably going to be looking around for a way out. Yeah, moon cards. Alright, Yep. So there you go, the second way. Your heart stop bracelet comes off, yep. Wait a minute. But if you're lucky... Oh, okay. Yeah. He's just saying, like, you know, some of you all might die. Yeah. So me and Alice and Luna... Me, Luna, and Alice are yellow now. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Sorry guys if we're missing anything, but I don't really want to think about it. So what happens now? We still got time. Alright. Yeah, we've seen this shit before. Now, okay, yeah, we've seen this. We got the ghast. Lounge, yeah, we've already seen all this shit, I think. We haven't seen this interaction, though. And 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in a VIP room. Can I get you a drink? I better not. You better not be underaged. I turned 21 just the other day. I see. Oh, so she's 21 now. Well, I guess I could probably have a drink or two, then. Fortunately, as much fun as that sounds, I don't think it's a very good idea. Why not? Let's get these ladies all bubbly. This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted. Really? Seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place. You've got a point. I want to see how crazy Luna gets. I'm just kidding. Fi seems like to be one of those like really happy drunks, and Clover just seems like she gets really hoary. Drinking is probably not the best plan. It hasn't gone away yet. I don't drink very well as a real person. I get very drunk very easily. It was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away a bit. That's how it went before. Has this been happening to anyone else? What, the headaches? Yeah, it has. Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though. What about you, Luna? You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me, no headaches here. Well, what? It's hard to explain, I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? Let me feel it for you. No, my body feels weird. Let me feel that for you. Like my whole body. Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like, Like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's really not really yours anymore. Not just my arm though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign. That means you can have a really good stranger session. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but... Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean. Really? Kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gas. The what now? It might have looked like white smoke, but the stuff they used when they abducted you. Oh yeah, right. Luna's some kind of doctor. It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff. You think this might be some kind of side effect? Well, it could be a side effect, or it could just be that it hasn't worn off completely yet. Whatever. That's not important. Right now, we need to figure out how to get out of here. Alright. I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys going to stick around here then? Yeah. I haven't really taken a good look at everything yet. Okay, catch you later. They didn't look at the astronomical magazine. I waved goodbye and headed towards the exit. Where to next? Wonder if we're gonna find the dead body in this one. Any new information in here? Who is in here, by the way? Want to play some nurse? So this is the infirmary, huh? Oh, Sigma. Alice, what's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry? Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you. I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here, like we all are. And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over. That's not what I meant, you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too. Heh, easy for you to say that now. What? She got them hips too, damn. Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do. There's a lot that I want to do too. Like what? Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love. What an idiot. Excuse me? I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own. Look, let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do. Which is? Avenge my father's murder. Oh, that's new. That's what I have to do. What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that? No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know. This isn't the kind of time to be holding secrets either. Fine, just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here? I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction. Meaning, I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him. How close were you? I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me. Are you a detective? Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Well, I mean, you don't really have that detective look. I didn't say I was a detective. Then what are you? CIA? No. Fine. Well, whatever you are, you don't look like one. That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look what I am, the better. Better I keep them guessing. Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover? What? What's she got to do with anything? Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you're related or work together or something. No, she has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere. Where somewhere? The middle of a desert. That's the truth. desert, yes. But that's an awful long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the third degree? Because, you're suspicious. You got nice breasts, great hips, and, yeah. That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? Well, I think Sigma's single, so we'll start with you, Tenmyuji. Who are you? Just a garbage collector. I'm sure that's kinda true. Any ties to Zero? None. What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right? Yeah, it's his adopted kid that he found in the middle of nowhere in the rain. Do I have to answer that? Well, if you don't want to. It's not like I can force you. Oh, then I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either. I see. Very well then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession? Being a douchebag. Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader. A ringleader? You're kidding. Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but I think you're a part of a cult. My father died at a young age. I'm a fifth generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do his quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40 still. He was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he could let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far. I see. You lost your father too then. Yeah. Shit, I guess I get a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of the 4 tour stops. I'd gone out for a couple bars and got shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a good look at them, they hit me with gas and I'm out like a light. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. That's not the truth. He's lying. Anyway, enough about me. Because he said he came in later. We still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you? I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got in my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere. Are you some kind of doctor? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet. And what's your PhD in? Theoretical physics. What's your name? Gordon. I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh? Wait a minute, what if Sigma is Gordon Freeman? And when they put the material into the, that like laser beamy thingy, he's being teleported around everywhere. Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this? Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank. What about Zero? No idea. Do any of the people here look familiar to you? Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know. He might be me. Just who is he anyway? Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing. Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit. You still don't believe him? Of course not. Okay, well, Kay's a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance? What does she do? I think she's a student. At night she waitresses or bartender or something. What does she bartend at? Slutty? What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Oh, he collects garbage for his grandpa, Tenmyuji. Why is that funny? It's nothing. Just forget about it. And Alice works for a organization that's connected to, that's hunting down the Zero terrorist group. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school. You don't really know much, do you? About Quark, I know. I mean, if it makes you feel better, sure. What a lie. Well, I know a little bit about Luna. Got her talk when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some kind of medical license or something. She's a nurse? It could mean she's a doctor. I don't know. She didn't say. Just by going how she looks, though, I'd guess a nurse. That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. Well, as we found out with Alice, looks can be deceiving. What does a girl like that do? She's probably some kind of artist. You've seen her. You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything? Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma. No, nothing in particular. You sure? Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly don't know. I honestly know about as much as you do. So basically nothing. I hadn't realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours at Phi, yet I knew nothing about her, except her name. And I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. And she seems the calmest of all. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly. There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here. I agree. I'm gonna go check out the others then. Where do you plan on going? Crew quarters. It's the only place I can go. I think I'll go to the crew quarters. I see. Right. Later, bro. Okay. Don't call me bro. Headed out of the infirmary. Alright. Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing. You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you? Yeah, I was. Phi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms. Did you find anything suspicious? Like a secret door or something? If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you? Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps? Out of the ordinary? My scrotum's cat, we found. What's this book? Oh, that's a book about cats. A meow? Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that happens to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I started talking about cats, I start talking like one. Doesn't really mean anything, though. Oh, okay. So what if this isn't just like a little quirk? Maybe when he starts thinking like a rabbit or a bunny, he starts talking like one. He sure does likes using a lot of puns. That's weird. So what about the cat book? Oh, well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks to me about it. Oh yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put into a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right? Meowby? What? I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Phi told me. So it's probably isn't going to give us any hints then. Quark, you're doing it too. Oops. Hehehe. Still don't know what the case with those beds are. Well, what about you guys? What do you mean? You checked out the lounge with Clover and Hema. Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there? Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed. Lunar eclipse? Yeah. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. We knew that, guys. We knew that. All the puzzles were related to that somehow. Isn't that this New Year's Eve? I suppose it is. I can't say I know what year or even day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect. The 31st, huh? Been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st will be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of us? Luna? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse would be connected to our abductions. What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there? Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing, though. What was it? Dio and Luna didn't tell you? No. Okay. I've got it right here. Just a second. Yeah, we've seen this. Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Yep. We've seen this one. I'm under quarantine right now. Is this for real? Seems a little hard to believe. If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty tough big deal. Yes, it does. There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've heard them say the term. I've even heard the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was that really the first time I heard it? Couldn't shake the feeling that I've heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why? Possibly from all the other Let's Plays that I've done of this game. 1 second, guys. Oh, come on. Sorry about that, a bit of a coughing fit. If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls? Oh, looks like Quark's losing a little bit. Clover's voice shattered the silence. What happened? You guys, hurry, you need to come with me. Has something happened? Yes. I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something. What did you find? It's horrible. It's really scary. Horrible? Never mind. Just shut up and follow me. You'll understand when you see it. It's the dead body of the woman. Where is it? It's right over here in the next room. Just follow me. What is it? Clover's first in the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her fingers. There it was. Wow, this is the first time we've seen this. This is new. What the hell is this? I think it's a bomb. A bomb? No way. Well, which ones do we have? What bomb codes do we have? We don't have 3, so thank you, Sigma. Goodbye. Sadness. Of course. It looks like we blew it. It was the same bomb I seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition? We need to tell everybody. Wait a minute. Why didn't we see that bomb when we were in here? We need to tell everybody. No, it's alright. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. I'm pretty sure I had to flip down all the beds. See? Where is it? Where's this bomb? No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of us fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb. There. You see? I feel like we would have seen that unless it was playing it later. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly we began to eye one another. Old suspicion suddenly awakened. This is the first time we've actually seen the bomb. We've been getting codes, but not anything else. It was Fi who finally broke the silence. Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere. You're right. It'll probably use an activate button or switch of some sort, not a dead main switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button. Who was the first person to find this? Me and Luna. We found it while we were searching this room. Though you and Luna were in the lounge. Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here. I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here, huh? Yeah. How did you know it was a bomb? Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it. Why? Well, during my train... Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth. Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it. How do you know? I just do, okay? You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How did you know all this? Let's just say it's an occupational hazard. What kind of occupation do you have? I can't tell you that. Spare me the bullshit. This isn't the time for keeping secrets, Silent Earth 3. Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb. It's an oxygen destroyer. Antimatter. Yeah, Kira Kurosawa's gonna have to deliver it to the bottom of the ocean. Oh well, Akira Takarada, sorry. Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy? Oh, you know what that is. Anyway, yes, you're right. What's Annie Hill Nation? No, it's Annie Hall, okay? It's when everybody watches the movie Annie Hall, and then in that decade decides to dress like Annie Hall. Huh, I would have thought you'd known. Huh? Why? Well, your name is Quark. You know what that means, right? Yeah, Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter. But I don't really know anything else. I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenryuji? Me? Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best. Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms. You want me to do it? Yes, please. Fine, nod it and turn to Quark. Okay, to begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has sort of an opposite, which is an antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So protons have antiprotons and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy. Wow, that sounds like a super move. Annihilation energy! Sorry, I don't really get it. Oh, alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. When you put them together, you make a baby. Well, if there were quantum men and women, then you put them together they disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. When you get annihilation, you also get, I know, a baby. My boy. Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things. That's kind of a strange explanation. You followed it though, right? Yeah. Yeah, but the thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. But we can make a baby on that bed. Who's got me? Luna? Clover? Alice? Just how big of an explosion are we going to get here? Phi. It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation would be converted to energy, so you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. And that should get you the amount of energy. For example, let's say it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 300 milligrams of matter, right? So you'd have 700 milligrams total. Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules. 63 trillion joules. That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb. So we got a nuke on our hands. What? You gotta be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there. Well, technically it's 700 milligrams, since you have the matter and antimatter. That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds. Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using anti-hydrogen. There should be only about 25 UG of material in there. That's less than a thousandth of a gram. So you only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right? What does that mean? About as much explosion power as 1 ton of TNT. A ton? Yes, well, approximately. And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building. True, but it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival. Perhaps, but this is rather a bomber, guys. How do we know this is the only bomb? What do you mean? Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it? Well, yeah, I'm thinking there's about 4 bombs. Yeah, you're right. If the bombs are numbered, then there could be a number 2 bomb or number 1 bomb out there, huh? Yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th or a 5th or... Sadness. Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it somewhere. Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb. No! Don't touch it. Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed. What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off as some idiot tried to move it? Well, then what the fuck do you supposed to do? We'll just leave it to be for now. Until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off. Then you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that's probably going to kill us all? There's not much else we can do. Do you know how to turn it off? She probably doesn't, but she does sure know how to turn it on. Well, there is a way. Then spill the beans, lady. Hey, Alice. If Radical 6 doesn't take you out... Can I? Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off? There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. So we just need to get to this password, huh? Yes, that's right. But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb. Look again. Right there. You see it? Right there. There's a port. We can find the password input device. We just connect it here. Then we can enter the password. My wife's asking me if I'm done. Just a moment. Not yet. I got about 8 minutes. Who would do something like this? I have no idea. But we can figure it out when they did it. Oh yeah. When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we left. After we left, huh? But when we went and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around the other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to the planet. I don't know about that. After we finished the AB... Sorry, guys. I apologize about my daughter crying in the background. But if someone planted it right before then... What do you mean? Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up. Yeah. Anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away. You know, I don't really remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing? Well, I was, well, I guess I'm gonna have to call it a video here, guys. For some odd reason, my daughter is standing right by my door. So I guess I have to take care of that. It's my wife saying, get the heck off the computer. I want you out here. And the most passive of ways of doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying. Sorry for the sudden exit. We didn't have that much time left anyway. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, because it makes me feel good. And make sure you have a good night. Good night.